No, you're not, okay? Shut up. You know you like it. Enough is enough. The book community has been out here treating tropes like they're neutral little ingredients in a story, just innocent narrative seasoning sprinkled in for flavor. But let's be real, some of these tropes are not seasoning, okay? They're MSG packets poured directly into your eyeballs. And I have opinions, okay? And you guys know how I am about my opinions. So today, we are ranking book tropes. Not all of them, but a good amount of them that I come across quite frequently. From king tier storytelling magic to, if you write this again, I'm calling the UN to sanction you. It's that deep. This will be personal. This will be chaotic. I don't think it will be long, but who knows? I can speak a lot. Some of you are going to cry. Some of you are going to send me a paragraph in the comments that starts with, well, actually, Shelley, I think it depends on the execution. No, it doesn't. If you write a love triangle, yeah? No execution is saving you. Please. No. If you write a chosen one trope, yes, I know it's been done before, but guess what? I don't care. I like it. I'm biased. So buckle up, okay? Let's get ready. This is going to be a time of hot takes, creative slander, and trope therapy, okay? Let's go. Now, keep in mind, this is my video. It's about what I like and what I don't. Keep that in mind, okay? You can pop off in the comments, but I said what I said. Yeah, okay? Now, for this ranking, we have 5 categories. Maybe a bit chaotic with how they're named, but, you know, you guys can feel the energy already, okay? There is no science to this. There's no real logic. This is a lot of vibes, okay? But hear me out. First, we have king tier, okay? These tropes have me by the throat. They could appear in every book for the next decade, and I'd still be clapping like a seal, like, Is that was a terrible seal sound. Cheese? Okay. I don't think I'm gonna keep that in the video. If I do, just know I was unhinged while editing. It is what it is, okay? Next, we have right under king tier, excellent but needs rest. You know, I love you, but you're a bit tired. You know, go lie down, eat a protein bar, and then insert yourself back into a book after, you know, maybe a year or so. You know, that's how I feel. After that, we have mid but fun, right in the middle, okay? Do I respect myself for liking these tropes? Sometimes no, or maybe a lot of times no. But do I enjoy these tropes? Yes. Okay, we just have to say what it is. Now, we've gone past the midpoints. Below this, yeah, we have, I roll my eyes, but I still read it. Because sometimes my standards are in the gutter, and I just have to accept that, okay? Like the rest of us. And right at the bottom, okay? Right at the bottom is throw it away, set it on fire, okay? These tropes are not seasoning. They are salmonella. Call the authorities. And I'm not changing my mind on it. No, not at all, okay? Now that you guys have an idea of the tropes, let's get started. Okay, let's get into it. We're going to start with the stuff that owns me, you know, the king tier tropes. These are the tropes that when I see them, I don't even pretend to have dignity. Truly, I'm a raccoon in the garbage can at 2 a.m. Like, eyes glowing, hands rubbing together. I want more. That's how I feel about these tropes. I do not care, okay? First and foremost, found family. Yes, I'm biased. Fight me. What's so funny about this trope is at one point there was a video on TikTok that said every trope that you love says something about you. And when I heard about the found family trope, I said, mind your business. And where's the proof? Where's the evidence? Like, bun this, okay? I'm so sorry. I don't care if it's overdone. I don't care if every fantasy author since Tolkien has beaten this trope into the ground with the force of 1,000 emotionally constipated protagonists. I will still read it, okay? I will still cry. Give me weird little misfits who accidentally become each other's home. Give me the lonely assassin who suddenly learns how to bake bread because the chaotic thief in the group likes scones. You know, give me the stoic warrior in the back of the tavern like, ugh, I work alone, only to be braiding someone's hair by chapter 12. I want my gang of morally questionable goblins to choose each other over and over again, even when it's messy. I want that, okay? But, and this is important, okay? Can we stop making every found family start with trauma bonding? I'm so sorry. Oh goodness. Not every group of friends needs to meet in the aftermath of war, death, and 15 layers of PTSD. Sometimes people just like the same snacks. You know, sometimes they both have a library card. Can we normalize that, please? Please, please, please. But I'm still biased. I will still devour every found family trope, no matter how it's written. Yes, because I am 100% part of the problem. Yeah, I'm not even gonna deny it. I said what I said. Yeah, we're gonna stay there. Next, okay? The next that's part of, you know, the king tiered tropes, okay? The chosen one, okay? Oh, the chosen one trope, yeah, it's the blueprint, it's the classic, it's the moment. People love to pretend they're too good for it now. You know, they're like, oh, it's overdone. It's predictable. I'm above that. No, you're not, okay? Shut up. You know you like it. Give me the sad little farm kid who suddenly finds out they're the one destined to overthrow the evil empire. Like, give me the girl with the mysterious birthmark that glows every time she walks past a mystical door. I don't know. Give me... Wait, me? I'm the one the prophecy was talking about? But I'm just a humble protagonist who's been on the front cover this whole time. Like, babes, look at the cover. It's literally you. I always treat book characters as if, like, the fourth wall has been broken. I don't know why I do this, but I love it, you know? But truly, like, I love it so much. We know you're the chosen one. The book is named after you. Stop acting surprised. Guys, I'm actually unhinged and I love it, you know? Because, you know what? Do I care that a lot of times it's predictable? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I want the secret powers. I want the old mentor saying, you have a destiny, young one. I want the reluctant hero arc as well, you know? Give me the drama, the denial, the eventual acceptance. Duh. I will lap it up like soup, baby. I'm not even joking. It's beautiful. And I don't want to hear nothing about it. I said what I said. Now, let's get into my next one in my king tier tropes. And I know some people are going to be side-eyeing me like, are you okay? And from the beginning of this video, like, say what you will. The next one on this list is petty villains with no moral compass. Yeah, I said what I said. We need to talk about villains, okay? Because lately, y'all are obsessed with morally gray, trauma dump backstory villains, you know? Oh no, he's evil because he was sad as a child. No. Give me villains who are evil because they want to be, okay? Give me the villain who steals candy from children, not because they need to, but because they're bored, you know? I don't want sympathetic, misunderstood villains. I want petty chaos gremlins, okay? I want someone to monologue for 9 pages about how the protagonist stepped on their cape once at a gala, and now the entire kingdom must burn, okay? That's storytelling. That's camp. That's art, okay? Like, let's make villains fun again. Make them messy. Make them dramatic. I don't want realism sometimes. I want theatrics, okay? And let's be honest. When you give so much of this trauma to villains, I'm like, you guys are just trying to give them an out so that they can be forgiven for legit war crimes. No! You can be forgiven, but absolutely, I'm gonna deal with you. Okay. Now let's move on, okay? The next trope on my like king tiered list. Oh, you guys, this one is really funny to me. But prophecies that barely make sense but still come true. I genuinely live for this. I don't know why, but I love this. I want my prophecies to sound like they were written during a fever dream, you know? When the moon devours the serpent's eye, the crownless will rise on crimson tides. guys. I don't know what that means. Genuinely, I don't. Because truly, what does that mean, okay? I have no idea. But guess what? I'm gonna read 600 pages to find out, okay? I want vague riddles. I want chaotic interpretations. I want the protagonist to spend half the book like, wait, is this the serpent's eye? Or is it a metaphor? Or no. Oh, did I already mess it up? Prophecies that make sense are boring, okay? No, give me the messy ones, the ones that make you feel like you're assembling IKEA furniture blindfolded, okay? Because those are actually fairly easy to assemble. But put a blindfold on, you're gonna fight for your life. That's what I want, you know? That adds to the adventure, that adds to the search. Guys, let's make books fun again, you know? Let's be honest. Some of these books are boring. I be solving things too quickly. No, give me something better. But that is it for the end of our king tier tropes. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. I said what I said, okay? I'm clearly biased. I said what I said. It is what it is. But yeah, let's move on, okay? We're now at excellent but needs rest, okay? These tropes are great, you know, I like them, but, you know, they're a bit tired. They are, you know, we have wrung them out like an old dish rag. They need to sit down, you know, drink some coconut water and rethink their life choices, okay? Let's get into it. I said what I said again. First on this list, secret royalty, you know, or like lost heir, that trope. Look, I love this trope. I am not going to lie to you, but, you know, can we please get a bit creative, okay? We don't need another farmhand secretly being the long-lost heir to the Moon Kingdom. I know I said I love chosen ones, but again, I need the creativity in it, you know? It's always a farmhand, like legit always. We don't need the random orphan girl getting crowned queen. Like, are we not tired of that? Like, the minute I see an orphan, I already know. Like, like her getting crowned queen because her birthmark matches the shape of a crescent potato chip. Like, ugh. Also, why do the royal advisors always know but never tell? Ooh, okay. We'll get into that, but because they'll be over here like, we knew you were the heir, but we had to wait until the ancient stars aligned. I mean, why? Like, did nobody think to send a letter? Maybe have me living in the palace and, you know, enjoyment, and then like revealing that's why you brought me here. Like, I don't know why you guys had to let me suffer for 16 years. Like come on, like do better. No, you know? Give me messy secret royalty, you know? Give me the heir who's like, actually, I don't want the throne. I'm going back to my cottage to bake sourdough and milk my cows, you know? Spice it up. Give us something real fun. Like, let them never accept that crown ever. And let's see where the story goes. Because imagine the chaos from that. That's going to be so fun. Now, the next trope that I think, you know, is truly excellent, but, you know, maybe needs a bit of rest. Training montages. Oh, gosh. The training montage. Like, truly a classic. But, can we stop acting like 3 weeks of push-ups turned you into a world-class assassin? Every fantasy book has this moment. I can't do it. I'm weak. Push through the pain! Cue a 7-page sword montage. Wow, I'm suddenly the greatest warrior alive! Babes, that's not how training works. If it was, I would have learned Japanese and had gotten abs during the quarantine. Let's be real here, okay? Every time I see it, and even when I was writing, I caught myself doing it and I said, now babes, this is tired. Do better. Fix it, remove it. Like, let's do better, okay? No. Because in my head, I'm just like, someone's really just gonna knock you out because they've been training since they were 2 years old. You started training yesterday. You did. Like, I don't care how much of a protege you are, you need more training. Okay? Yeah, so let's spice it up. So go take your break, go sleep, go to a retreat, and come back with, you know, better storylines. Yeah, love that for you. Okay. And that's actually the end of this tier. I don't have too much in this tier. Because like I said before, tropes, I think a lot of times do, especially now that we're in this era where every book has been tropified to hell. Yeah, you know, there's not a lot that I can truly defend. Yeah. Now we're going to go to the mid but fun tier, okay? These are the tropes I treat like junk food, I would say. I mean, they're not good for me. I know that, but do I still consume them at 2 a.m.? Yeah. A lot of times, yeah. It's okay. Okay. First on this list, we got Grumpy and Sunshine, okay? It's cute, you know? It's fine. But why are y'all acting like this is the peak of romance? Especially the way you guys have been executing it. You guys have been executing this so poorly. Like, take me back a few centuries. Grumpy versus Sunshine. Oh yeah, I see it. But with these recent books, nah, honestly, just throw it in the bin. I'm so sorry. This is why it's mid. You know, half the time the grumpy character is just emotionally unavailable with untreated trauma, and the Sunshine character is out here baking cookies for the literal enemy. Like, maybe if I'm nice enough, he'll smile. Babes, that's not romance. That's a therapy referral waiting to happen. That said, if I see it in a book, I'm still gonna read it. You know, I can be a hypocrite, and I accept that. It is what it is. Because let's be honest, Apprentice to the Villain was very Grumpy versus Sunshine. Like, that's literally the book. And you guys know what I say about that book. That book is literally all vibes and no plot. It is what it is. I said what I said. Okay, let's keep on going. Okay, now the next trope in this tier. Now, this was very conflicting because this tier I was actually just gonna throw in the bin, but not because of the trope itself, but because of the execution I've been seeing. So I decided, you know what, for good executions, I'll put it here, you know, in the mid tier. And that is enemies to lovers. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Most of y'all are not writing real enemies to lovers. What you're writing is mild workplace competition to lovers. Like, he stole my stapler in chapter 1, so now I must hate him forever. Whew, okay. If there's no sword fight, betrayal, or at least one I could kill you, but for some reason I won't, mainly because you would be beneficial to my ulterior motive, then truly it's not enemies to lovers. Also, stop making enemies to lovers where the reason they're enemies is something stupid like she sat in my seat at the coffee shop once. Be serious. Like, be flipping for real. Are you guys out of your head? This is why I said I was going to put it in the dumpster fire, because every time I see enemies to lovers, I'm just like, okay, so I just saw her and I hated her from the get. Okay. Even I saw her and she looked poor, so I hated her. Like, sir, that is horrendous classism, and I don't like you already. Like, let's fix that. Um, bruh. Mm, mm, Jesus, I can't do this anymore. We gotta fix that up because it's not cute. Okay. Next in the mid tier, fake dating. See, I don't read this much because I don't read much romance. But let's be honest, fake dating only works if the consequences are chaotic. Like, I want grandma planning a wedding. I want friends getting way too involved. I want absurd levels of commitment to the bit. If it's just, we're fake dating, but oh no, feelings. I mean, babes, that's not a story. That's a Tuesday. Like, what the heck is this? Like, nah. I want you to walk across the aisle and say, "Listen, this was all a prank." I wanted to go to hell. I want chaos. That's the only way I can see it being like mildly entertaining. But because I haven't read too much of it, I'm gonna put it in the mid tier. I haven't seen a bad execution of it, so I'll give it mid. The next on this is the secret identity trope, guys. I love a good secret identity plot, but y'all drag it out like a K-drama. We'll be 400 pages deep, characters staring at each other like, I have something to tell you. Never mind. Stop it! No! Like, rip off the mask! Throw the hood back! I'm begging you! Do I still read it though? Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, because apparently I enjoy suffering through crap. Like, I do. But honestly, like, please, enough. Just tell her who you are. Like, you trust her already. Like, I'm just so sick of it. Enough. These are the types of books that make me want to skip to the end to see like where they get to, because I'm just that frustrated. And I'm like, it's not even the good type of frustration. It's just frustration. And no. Now we're done with the mid tier. Now we're getting to the tropes that I have nothing. I don't think I have much good to say. I don't think so. I don't. Okay. So we're going to the I roll my eyes, but still read it. But I will roll my eyes throughout the entire read. Okay. These are the tropes where, I know I should stop. I know better, but like, do I? No. Um, First on this list, the mysterious new kid at school. Or mysterious new person in town. The trope. See, if someone shows up in the middle of the semester wearing a leather jacket, speaking 5 languages, and staring dramatically out the window, they're a vampire. Like, stop acting surprised, okay? Would I still read that book? I mean, yeah, because I am addicted to meth, and also I kind of wanna see where we go with this, I want to see how bad it's gonna get, or if there's any redemption, like if there's any redemption. Yeah. So I'm 100% gonna read that and criticize it for filth, and then give it like a poor rating. It is what it is. We have to say what it is. The vibes will usually be fun. I'm still gonna judge it 100%. Now, the next thing on this list, I'm just gonna have to say it, because I'm still mad about it, and that is secret identities. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm bringing it up twice because the dragging is that bad. Like, it's pissing me off. As someone who really does enjoy K-dramas, but really does get frustrated at like how they can like drag a storyline, a plot, a secret, and I see this a lot in the K-dramas. I'm just like, please, no, enough. Like, please, guys, nothing makes me want to throw a book across the room, or even like pause a K-drama like forever, than like characters refusing to reveal their secret identities for 47 consecutive chapters. I'm screaming into the void, like, just tell them who you are. But then I'll still be like flipping the pages. I'll still be clicking next episode because chaos. And I really have to see it. I really have to see it through. But yeah, it does deserve to be in the 4th tier as well. It belongs in the 4th tier because I'm so sorry. It annoys the life out of me. Yeah, 100%. And also because outside of that, the only thing in the 4th tier was a mysterious new kid at school. Because quite frankly, I truly cannot, like, it really drives me up the wall. It's very, very obvious, Now, we're done with this tier. We're going over to the last tier. And this is the very much, I think that you're horrible. Like, throw it away, set it on fire tier. 100%. These are the tropes that need to go. Like, I see nothing for you, You need to disappear forever. No exceptions, no footnotes. Just delete them. Like, I don't want to see it in a book. Like, it's trash. If I see it in a book, I'm 100% going to judge that book poorly. Like, I'm like, no, it's terrible. First on this list, love triangles. Absolutely not. Oh my goodness. Nothing makes me angrier than a love triangle, I think. It's always, I'm torn between 2 people. Babes, no, you're not. Pick one. Like, you're grown, especially. I can allow this. No, I can't. I'm so sorry. I was going to say I can allow this for like, YA or middle grade if they even have that. Because middle grade doesn't usually focus on romance. So I can allow it in YA. But in my head, I'm just like, no, I'm not allowing that. I'm so sorry. In my younger days, I allowed it because, we saw it in so many dystopian books that, became my favorite. We saw it in The Selection, which is one of my favorite series, a bit in Hunger Games, but we really knew the obvious choice, really. We saw it a lot, and we ate it up. But even back then, I was eating up the plots. I hated the love triangles. I was just like, it's just very clear who you should be picking. Like, what is this? Like, pick one and pick the one that you should pick. Like, stop pissing me off, We all know who you're gonna pick by chapter 3, Also, the other person is just there to get emotionally destroyed for drama points. I really don't like it. I think it's cheap, it's manipulative, and it's giving Wattpad in 2009. Enough. Stop it. Like, dead it now. Throw it away. Don't bring that back into this day and age. No. Enough. Ugh. Now, another one that you just throw it away. There was only one bed. Now, I know a lot of you are gonna come for me, but you know what? Stop it, okay? Stop acting like sense does not exist, okay? If you're that uncomfortable sharing a bed, why don't you sleep on the damn floor, okay? Sleep in the barn, okay? Sleep standing up like a horse. I don't care. This is not a real problem. It's forced proximity laziness, and I'm tired, okay? Enough with this trope. It has never made sense to me. Like, truly throw it in the bin. Ugh. Goodness. Next, Next on my list, I want this to go, and I feel like a lot of people are gonna like agree with me because we got to do better. Love cures trauma. Listen, I believe love can heal, but I'm talking about unconditional agape transformational love. Not I met this hot guy and now my childhood trauma is cured in 6 days. Babes, no. Love can support healing. Love can point you towards growth. Love can really get you there. But if your entire trauma recovery is based on he looked at me softly once and now I'm fixed, that's not romance. That's malpractice. And that is a poor understanding of how deep trauma goes and how trauma works. I'm so sorry. Trauma. I can go into this, but I'm just like, I'm not going to because it's going to light me up. And I can't do this. I'm not going to trigger myself because of a stupid trope. But these tropes, I'm just like, this is not how it works. And it pisses me off. Burn it. Like trash fire, dumpster fire, find a fire. I don't give a damn. Burn it, drown it. I don't care. Get rid of it now, okay? And I'm not going to say it again, okay? Get rid of it. Next, this one. This next trope. This was, I think, the staple of YA for so many years, and I feel like it's still the staple for a lot of books. And I'm gonna need y'all to figure something else out, okay? And that is the ugly girl becomes gorgeous after a makeover. Enough. Not even just in books, TV, movies. Enough. Stop describing girls as ugly because they wear hoodies and like books and wear glasses. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, what are you trying to say? Because truly, I'm like, I just described me in a nutshell. And watching movies and reading books, I'm like, you guys are calling me like a troll at this point. You guys are calling me a dumpster monster with no redeeming qualities. But the fact of the matter is, that's not ugly, okay? That's called mind your business. Okay? Mind your business. That's what it's called. And if the love interest only notices you after you take off your glasses, I'm so sorry. Like, why they're your love interest? Drop them like a bad habit. They need to go, okay? Like a sack of potatoes. And you know what? Don't just drop them, in the wayside where they can come and bother you again. Drop them over the ledge. Drop them over a cliff where they can never come back. I want it gone. I'm so sorry. We don't need that kind of energy in 2025. I'm not messing with you. I said drop it. This trope. And this trope goes so well with the next trope I want thrown in the dumpster fire, okay? Not like other girls. Who came up with this? We are all like other girls. That's the point. I'm like liking books, a lot of us don't like wearing pink, and eating pizza on your bed at night, it's not a personality trait. I mean, it's just existing for most people. It really is. Let people live, okay? The age of this not like other girls, it really had everyone thinking that they were ready to slay dragons because of those qualities alone. I'm just like, you can slay a dragon, but not because you read a book, not because you prefer purple, not because you eat a lot of junk. I'm just like, you can slay dragons because of your critical thinking skills. You can slay dragons because of your training. You can slay dragons because of so many things, but not because of everything else that we as a collective do. And yes, there's nuance. A lot of people don't do this. But let's be honest, this whole not like other girls thing is stupid. No. Take it to the bin. I can't do this. I can't. These tropes really irritate me because I'm just like, who thought this was cute? And the thing is, they sold so many characters to us as not like other girls. And now that I'm reading it, I'm just like, enough. I'm tired. I'm tired. Please, Bundus, enough. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm not redeeming that trope. Burn it to the ground, especially in TV. Couldn't stand them once. TV shows did it worse. They did, but books, I expect better. Your books, enough. Ugh. But there you have it. Okay, these are a lot of tropes that I'm ranking. If I attacked your favorite, yeah, sure. that was what I said. Okay, I said what I said. You guys know what I said. You guys know how I feel. I'm not changing that. Okay. In the discussion. But do let me know, drop your king tier tropes in the comments. Drop your burn it to ashes tropes too. Let's see, where we collide or where we come together as a people, And if you say it depends on the execution, I might come after you in the comments. I'm a bit petty, and I have eaten a lot of sugar today as I'm recording. So yeah, if I have another sugar rush, you might not make it. You guys know how I go. If I come into the comments, it might not be well. No. I'm joking, of course. You guys know I love you. But yeah, that's it from me. Do be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, of course. Let's have fun. Yeah, send this to your friend who still likes love triangles so we can stage an intervention 100% because we're not doing this anymore. I'm 100% serious. We need to get them to the side of sense. No, let's work it out, okay? But until next time, guys, I will see you where we can enjoy some more chaos. Bye.